relative to people that you talk to, right? Where do you think Nigerians are in terms of their quest for love and relationships and partnerships and stuff like that?
I'm a little hard though.
Is it that the country is hard? That one must be hard
Even
too.
love is harder than the country. Because you see both genders dealing with each other heavy blows.
What are the things that you're observing that they're dealing with? What are the major things happening in Nigeria that are bigger concerns for both
For
parties?
relationship people is basically either promiscuity or infidelity. It's usually the problem that most people in
What
relationship
about
have.
the financial side
Yeah.
in the
And the
relationships?
financial side they now, and they also lead to the other side. You know, they say naturally romance without finance is annoyance. So that's part of the problem.
I want to hear that again. Romance
Romance
without finance is annoyance.
So
Okay.
it's a problem. So that's again is a thing too. So yes, paucity of funds. Boy likes girl, girl likes boy, but you know who have fun now. Sugar daddy did somewhere we could feel bring something. I guess yeah. Or maybe another guy likes girl too. Another guy likes girl too, and he has the money. And girl has waited and waited, or more. The future is not looking bright. The light is not at the end of the tunnel. She follows the other boy, and there is, in fact, she may even cheat. A lot is happening. The most that I would say that you know,
They come across.
I don't like to, I probably would mention that and call it my most disappointing aspect because it's got to do with my gender. It's paternity fraud.
In my opinion, it's not talked about much, but it's actually, in my opinion, more prevalent than it is because people don't question it as much as people question
that
other
if you
things.
trace it now back to our forefathers and you realize there's so many parts. Your grandfather may not be the child of his father.
I won't be surprised.
Do you understand?
Like these days, because there was no DNA testing or anything like that. Everything was based on
but it's not
trust.
shocking to me how a woman will go to another man, get herself pregnant by the man, and come and keep straight face and innocent face in the house of another man, and you actually let another man nurse and love the child of another man
as his.
It baffles me. So I mean, that's for me, that's the most serious crime in relationship that anybody can commit.
Is that so? That would be something that you have observed that's
it's
actually shocking to you.
It is shocking. It's happening every day, sir. It's happening. In fact, there are girls now who would get pregnant and say, "I know, see, no, my boyfriend give me. I know, see, no, my boyfriend give me this belly, but I won't rub for anybody." They'll give it to him.
They'll give it.
It's a norm. It's normal.
It's actually more common. Oh, okay. I actually think it's not something that people talk about a lot, but in terms of how the culture is and stuff, is DNA testing now becoming a thing? Do you think it's not becoming a thing
among those who have the finance to fund it?
So it costs money
because it's expensive
yeah.
to. I think this is even getting a bit cheap. I think about 150,000 or so rate you can do it in Nigeria. Yes, you know, I hope so.
That's not very accessible.
That's another issue. So because of how expensive it is, not everyone can afford it. So it becomes challenging because I mean the normal granola seller boy cannot go run a test on or DNA on the orange seller's girl.
So everybody just takes it and takes responsibility.
Or you run away, or the men say, "Oh, men elope a lot on women. They put them in a family way, they bail." You know, and that again happens a lot. Happens a lot. So you see a lot of women who are pregnant without a man being responsible, and they get to want to work hard and almost kill themselves to take care of. So I think, these are laws. These are laws that can be made. You know how the law in the US protects the woman from these kind of issues?
Yeah.
It should happen. And you know how I'm sure that there are laws against paternity fraud now too in the US. You know, because the society is innovating.
I don't know if there is any laws against.
So what I'm trying to say is that because the society is evolving, lawmakers should also think towards
evolving,
renewing and evolving with it too. So
yeah, for is there any way that price could it be something that government can provide a subsidy
for you? It should be a criminal offense for all I care. For you to deliberately give another man's child, it should be a criminal offense.
That's a lot of responsibility
because of the shock of that thing.
When he finds out,
it's worth the woman going to jail for. If you ask my opinion, it is worth it because it's just a huge man seeing humanity to another. It shouldn't happen.
Oh yeah, that's for me. I think that's actually interesting information about that now becoming something that people are talking more about, that people are actually finding out? Because a lot of times it used to just be, let's not talk about that. Like,
Oh
a
no.
woman would not do that. Like, how would she
Women, am
do
I not a
something like
woman?
that?
I decided to talk about it because I'm a woman, so that it doesn't look like this is a man. Is the
Yeah, trying to bring
trying
that
to
kind of
bring down
stuff
women.
up.
No, a lot of women are doing it. A lot of women are doing it. I don't want to give you instances. There's so many instances. A lot of women are doing it.
Mm.
And one of the things that is now bringing them out is this Japa syndrome. You want to
Mm.
Japa with
How
family.
how does that relate to the job?
So you want to Japa, you go and do
Oh, you do
DNA now.
blood
You do
work and
blood
you
and
do
work, and
medicals.
bringing out a lot of people. There's someone I know that wants to Japa with family because she's not sure her husband is the owner of it.
So
She's thinking towards it. She has told the husband, let's not Japa again, let's leave it.
so
So
if
that's
if you want to japa, for them to prove that that's your kids you want to take along with
especially
you,
if the
you
man
would,
is a benefactor. So they
yeah,
have to they
do.
run a DNA test on. It's a thing now. So they are more upbeat and developed. So
So they're like, you gotta prove that that's your kid. The marriage
before you go carry
certificate
your
is not,
before you go carry your
carry your
family people
brothers.
and community people can't carry
Don't
follow.
carry. Oh, okay.
So
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, that actually makes sense, because in my head I was like, what now created the trend? Because um organically people don't think of just standing up and doing it.
so
There's a
Japa
lot of,
Japa Japa has been a real
yeah,
serious.
there's a lot of shaming that goes into it. I can just imagine that conversation. You go meet, let's say, your wife or something, and be like, I want to do a DNA test. I
I'll
already,
be glad. I'll be glad if any man I have a child with says I want to do a DNA.
that's you. If
In
if
fact,
you're not sure, it's the dad.
why will I not be sure? That's the problem. Why will I stand up as a human being like this and I'm not sure who impregnated me? Why?
Because
No,
that
why?
also goes back to the level of
We
promiscuity,
don't have Angel Gabriel again in this life of today
to come and deliver
to
news.
do what he did to Mary. Do you understand? No, why will I not? Why will I? It's crazy.
No, but that's fact. But I know you're saying that, but I can imagine how those conversations would go. The level of, you don't trust me,
No,
the
it's
shaming,
okay.
the
I
love.
would feel bad that you don't trust me, but I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, good. But maybe the most I would do is because if I feel really, 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 really bad that you don't trust me, he would also lose the trust I have in you. Especially because I know that I would not have done anything
Yeah.
otherwise.
But
You know how
but
when you're
that's also
accused
what scares
wrongly,
the man too. It's like, if I bring
but
this
the men
up.
can do these things secretly now. You go come collect her, collect this. The child is your collective. The children are your collective children.
That's true.
Do you understand?
Until she
So
finds out and the
you
trust is
don't
gone.
have to even know.
Know that you're doing it.
So if I have a child with you, please, Mbak, go and conduct private tests. Don't even tell me. Carry out a secret DNA. If you realize it's not your own, do with me what you wish. But it's painful.
It's painful. It's a real thing.
Aside, the fact that the man may have invested a lot of money in these children and all that.
Emotions,
Emotions.
time.
No, the part we're not even looking at is the psychological effect on those children. They're also human beings. Are they block?
That's the person that they have taken as their
Are they a
dad
spoon?
forever. Yeah.
Those children will be forever affected by the outcome of that. By that
Yeah.
knowledge alone, that the man I used to call my father is actually not my biological father. That knowledge alone. Oh, God bless you. Maybe their parents now know. They're not easy to rubbish them.
Socially,
It's
the
funny now. Or
embarrassment
maybe they
too.
now go to Ikeduru in Imo State to contest election. I say, you think you don't know who your father is? You don't know who your father is. You want to come and contest election. Your mother got pregnant for you from
And the
Akwa Ibom
problem
man.
now
You
is
know?
that
So
you don't even, for most cases, can't even trace back to who your actual father is, which goes back to the whole social part. Like,
So then now what happens to the child? Because most of those children cannot get closure. And it affects them a lot psychologically. Oh, you wonder why there are people behaving anyhow?
it's a thing.
That's one of the reasons.
Yeah, it's a real thing. But yeah, that's very interesting.
So I think that people are just selfish. Both the women or the men, everyone is selfish. And in your selfishness, also understand that you have lives that you have brought into this world that this selfishness will affect.
Yeah. No, to me, that's like, you're just thinking about yourself. You're putting this level of responsibility on somebody else, and not even thinking about how that would affect the child that you so called love so much.